that's your favorite song, because it's my favorite song. If you can hear me, if you can see me, that can only mean one thing. It's another week of Our Opinion Podcast. You know, the one podcast to talk about everything you talk about without your opinion. Yeah, that's us, man. I'm voice 1.
Hey, yo, I'm voice 2.
And I'm voice 3.
What up, though? How y'all feel?
What up, though?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good, bro. Listen, I'm excited. I'm going to speed through the politics because the guest we got today is real special, and I want to hurry up and get there.
Okay.
Right? So here we go. First of all, shout out and thank you to I Believe. I Believe is a lifestyle brand for anyone that believes in something greater than themselves. If you're thinking small, you're part of the problem. You got to think big, bro. Shout out and thank you to Autumn Fresh Cleaning Services, LLC. Where cleaning has a feel to it. For all your essential needs, your commercial needs, holla at me, holla at us. And we got you, man. Hey, listen, before we get into anything, man, I want to say, I got to say it, right?
Mm-hmm. What you got to say
What's
today?
I got to say it? When something needs to be said, you won't say it, they won't say it, so damn it, I'm going to say it. Here it is. How many times you come to this restaurant? Why are you still coming to the register umming? I hate an person. It's the same Big Mac, fam. Order your meal. Get your Coke and have your alternative if they ain't got the Big Mac and going about your business. If not, scoot over, man.
That's what the is.
I ain't got time for you to be humming, man. I got a 30-minute lunch break, man. It'll take you 5 minutes to can I get a they got a Coke. They got a new $5 milk, nigga.
Only for you to end up getting the same thing.
Nah, nigga. Know what you want what you know when you get there, and have enough of what you want when you get there, man. And go about your business, man. It hurts my nerves. It hurts my nerves, man.
You know what?
It make a nigga say, you know what? I'm going to just pack my own.
I'm going to save some money this week.
Man. Jesus.
Hey, you know what? I got my own gotta say.
Okay.
Well, really, so I think my eyebrow tech tried to sabotage me today. Right? So I go to the same place all the time, and there's 3 ladies who normally do eyebrows. No problem. Today, this particular one, she was admiring my moles. I got them everywhere. Eyelids, cheeks, everything.
All right.
So when she started putting the wax on my bottom part of my eyebrow, I felt the stick go a little further. And I'm like, first of all, I know I don't even have sideburns. So, ma'am, there's no hair down there. Why are you all the way? I think she was trying to, snatch one of my moles and see if they bleed. Because I swear, I'm like, bro, there's no hair.
She didn't know if it was a pimple patch or not. She was trying to test the theory. You know what I'm saying?
She got enough. She don't need this one.
Yeah. Why is this here? Why is this here? You know what I'm saying?
Would you really miss it?
Man, I swear, I promise you, I'm like, I had to check afterwards, like, you make sure they still there. Sis, what you want?
Hey, man, I got a question. Something happened to y'all, man.
Okay.
I go to your phone, they be like, who you want me to call? Who you gonna tell me to call, man?
My mama first.
Who gonna tell me to call, man?
Probably my wife.
Nigga, gonna say your mama.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
For the sake of today.
My wife watched the show.
I want peace in my house.
There's certain things my mama can do with that. You know what I mean? I'd rather not.
No, that's still legit right there. For the sake of the show. Man.
Okay. They know. Wait, matter of fact, nope. I'm gonna call one number and both phones gonna ring. How about that?
Yeah. Man, today
I got a group text. You just hit one number.
Today, man, we want to not only bring our mama to work day, but it's honor your mama and Mother's Day coming up, man.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
So for an appreciation, for a thank you, for a moment to kind of converse with our mothers, learn something. Maybe I don't know where it's gonna go. I know where I want it to go, but I have no idea where it's gonna go.
Okay.
Man, welcome our mamas, man.
Yes, welcome
What's
to
up?
our mothers.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, first of all, thank y'all for accepting the
Agreeing
challenge.
to come.
Yeah, for coming on.
I've been trying to get here for 3 years.
Oh.
Oh,
no, duh.
Straight out the gate.
They shooting outside. They shooting outside.
Made you look.
You want to
Well,
explain?
Huh? I just work here.
I bet his wife's been here.
I just work here.
I bet
You
his
know what I
wife
mean?
been here, mama. His wife been here, right?
Here? No, never that.
On the
Twice.
show, though, right?
Twice.
Yeah.
But again, it's,
I want pizza in my house.
it's certain things I need from my wife that I don't need from my mama. So you know what I mean.
Nah, I think this is dope, man. I'll be honest. I I have no
introduce themselves.
I had no. I already go with that. I had no expectation, but I was shocked when you just was like didn't question nothing. It was like, okay, I'm like, yeah, my mom be here. They should be there. Nigga. So
He definitely was the first one. Like, my mom on board.
Yeah. I was excited, man. So can we introduce ourselves? We'll start with.
Hi, my name is Mia, and I'm Brandon's mom.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Minnie, and I'm Shay's mom.
And I'm Carla, and I'm Dennis's mom.
Don't say my name.
Don't say my name.
No, man. Welcome. Well, how
Yes.
y'all feel? How y'all feel today?
Good.
First podcast.
Yes.
Yay.
Love it.
Did I win?
No.
No. We just
Wrong
decided.
show. Wrong show.
My
My bad.
Obviously, that's my mama. Hey, so
Where my money at?
So I got a question for you all, right? I don't care who answer, how you answer, just respect everybody answer, talk whenever. It's equivalent to like a hot topic. On here we call it an hourglass, right? Where did the disconnect happen between the older women and the younger women of this generation? Older women and the younger women of this generation. Or the generation under you, however, there is a disconnect between, I think, older mothers, older aunts, younger moms, younger aunts, so on and so forth. There is a disconnect. Where did it happen? Where did you guys realize it? Is it a disconnect? Do you guys, are you guys easily to approach younger women with advice or influence?
no.
Or are you, why not?
Well, first off, it's in my opinion. Younger mothers have, I want to say, different standards. Not to necessarily say that they're better or worse, but in my day, a mother did the best that she could because there's no book. But now it's like these younger mothers, hold their mothers to a different standard. Like, you didn't do this, this, and this, so this is why I got to do this, this, and this for my child. And it's like,
So they parent their kids based
off
on
of
the
how-
lack of, or the lack of expectation.
that
I
From,
would say
from what I'm understanding, I'm just asking for based
I
off what
wouldn't
she
say
said.
a lack of, what parents did. Because when we grew up, our parents taught us. Our parents were parents, not your friend.
I got you.
Okay, when they said no, they meant no. Now it's like, when somebody said, "Oh no, you can't have that," or "No, you can't do that," kid falls out. Oh, just give it to them. No, you have to give them structure. Kids need structure.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were growing up, our parents gave structure,
Okay.
whether we wanted it or not. And it was, now it's like, oh, you can't hit the kids, you can't discipline your kids, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, that's where the disconnect come from. It's because now you're giving these children that don't know
authority.
it don't know anything, don't know the right direction, but they have all of this say.
You were it before you were anybody. That's what you know. Before you were Shade in Voice 3, you were it.
That was it.
Now, I have a question, but I'm going to wait. and I'm going to let you finish first, and then when Mama Carla done, I ask my question.
Well, I have a different outlook on it because I was born in the 60s. So, my mom, she handed out this mandate, and I grasped it. And so I'm approachable. And I do have a lot of younger women that come to me with advice. So, and I tell them, what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a disconnect in some level because some young people are disrespectful. And we're in our age, we've got popped in your mouth if you was disrespectful.
To your mama.
Yes.
Elders.
Or even elders. And then even like in the neighborhood, Miss Smith down the street, she can whoop you. And then she come down there and tell your mama, I saw her doing this and she did that and I whooped her. And exactly.
So home, and then you getting the whooping again for getting Miss Louise and Miss Betty and everybody. Yeah.
So, but I think it just depends on the person, because you do have a lot of disrespectful people out here, and then you have a lot of people that were semi-raised right, and they have respect for their elders. Right.
So I'm gonna say a lot in a sense, but are you crying already, or that's just like?
She has sensitive eyes.
No, that's cool. That's why I'm like, hey, I want to make. I want to respect that. All right, cool. All right, I got you. I'm gonna say a lot. I'm bouncing, but it's all in one direction. So bear with me if I need to stop. Tell me. One, I'll ask in the same breath. I'll give a statement. Right. I'll ask. Do you all agree that with time come change, and with change come people? With time come change. And with change come people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
All right. Which leads me to my next statement. I'm a parent now. I have 3 children. I'm blessed to have. I am my children's friend. Here's the difference, though. I ain't your friend, but within this relationship we have, I am your friend because I'm your safe space. I want you to talk to me. I want to crack jokes with you. I have 2 boys and a daughter. I have to be your friend, man. Especially to my daughter. You know what I mean?
Are your
No.
boys not your sons?
I'm putting extra emphasis on my daughter because I think it's important as
You
a.
said 2 boys and a daughter. Sons and a daughter.
Oh yeah, them 2 niggas. You know,
The daughter is a girl, right?
No, yeah, them 2 niggas.
You
A
know
girl.
that
Yeah, 2 boys and a girl. Biological boys. Biological girls.
As of now.
Born that way.
Yeah, born that way. But in that, I try to build a relationship, which isn't disrespectful to my mother or father, a relationship that I may or may not have had. I want to be able. I'm not gonna say I didn't have a voice, but to a degree, nigga, you don't got no voice here. You're doing what I say go. That doesn't exist totally in my house. In my house, it's, hey, there's a level of what I say goes, but I have to dial back and say, you know what? What do you feel? What do you think? Because I think that's the disconnect between the generations, period, especially the younger women and older women. Because I think still, and not saying that you guys are wrong or right, I still think that a lot of older women feel like that. Like, hey, go our way, how we were taught, and we don't want to hear your new way. And it's like, 2 things can exist at one time. They could be true at the same time. I think that makes sense? I think that's the disconnect, in my opinion.
And everything is so different now too because of technology and
exposure,
and where we had to kind of feel our way through. There's a lot of books, there's a lot of classes, there's a lot of different things tools that you have, younger women have to help them, raise their family or help them, do whatever they're trying to do. Like you can go on YouTube. I go on YouTube all the time if I want to learn how to cook something. I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, just type it on in.
So, because you got that.
That's humbling to hear an older woman say, though. Because that's a younger woman's thing. Like, I'm going to go to YouTube.
Let me just go to YouTube
Yeah,
University.
That's really humbling and respectful. Like I can respect that because I just didn't expect to hear you say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's humbling to hear that, though.
But I'm a techie person kind of too. I mean, I like that.
Okay.
But I was going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Apple.
Apple.
Said makes sense.
Ah, yeah.
Apple.
Tree. Apple.
No, tree.
Tree.
Boom. Brandon.
I mean, what's the name?
I'm your son. You call me boy, I'm gonna say yes.
I just want to piggyback. I just want to piggyback on what you said. It was kind of similar, and I raised them, and it's like what he said, and I don't have a problem being honest. What he said he does with his children, I didn't do with my children. How you feel, what's going on with you today, and it caused a disconnect with my children, not intentionally, but I didn't have a book. I didn't even have a role model. So it's like I'm winging it. let me do the best that I know to do, which wasn't always the best in their eyes.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
you
like,
only could do what you know how.
right, just like I'll use my daughter for an example. She loves her children and my son. All of my children. I have 3. Well, 5 with my husband. Everybody's a parent. Everybody loves their children. And with the new generation, it's like, so what do you think I do? I don't love my children? I mean, the same exact identical love and affection you have for your children. I have mine. It happens to be you. But it seems that the younger generation feels nobody can love like I'm loving on my child. But every mother
Feels that way.
It's just different.
So let me ask you this as
Society.
mothers.
I would say I think the same way y'all are saying, like the way you raised your kid. I don't really honestly hearing this, it really sounds the same.
Yeah.
Whereas like even what she just said, whereas like, hey, I'm doing the best I can. Or I did the best I did with what I had and what I was privy to. You're more so on the other end. Just like I was on the other end of parenting, and I may have did something different than my parents did, so forth and so on. However, like you said, with time comes change, right? So I know there are things as a mother. I don't know if you were a single mother for the majority of their so I don't really have a lot of time to ask you how you feel. I got bills. I got stuff. Yeah, I have big ticket items that I have to worry about. And nigga, your little feelings don't matter right now because you gonna have these feelings. I would rather you have them in the safety of our home than
The lights out and we on the street.
yeah. So it's like I have a whole lot of things on my plate, as well as I'm still me.
Yeah.
Who like just because I became a parent don't necessarily change me. Like I'm still a nigga. Like I'm still a person.
Yeah.
I'm still who I am.
I had a life before you.
Yeah.
I had a whole personality.
And I'm also gonna have a life after you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
And
that
while
my
you're
life
here.
is gonna change while you're here. However, you also see what parents totally lose themselves as well from their kids. Whereas like once their kids is gone, like I'm fiddling my thumbs. Like I don't know
Like, what am I
what to
gonna do
do.
with my life?
What do I like?
Which makes me pose the question, right? It's rhetorical, but it's kind of in the how do we get here kind of thing. Like, if we know that, why is there a disconnect? Because we're all believers, so I'm going to use this analogy. We grew up with older pastors. The pastors are getting younger now. The generation of who they're pastoring is younger. So guess what has to change? The methods in which in the approach rather, in how they pastor to tailor to who they're pastoring to. I think it's the same with parenting, in my opinion, right? And I'm saying y'all because we're talking to y'all, but if you were taught and raised a certain way by your mother, and then you have children, and they become parents, shouldn't you be coachable? However, shouldn't the kid be coachable as well? Why is there a disconnect? Hey, Ma, little do you know, I didn't agree with what you did there. So I don't do that with my kids. That don't work.
Right.
I think the disconnect becomes where the parent thinks,
Well, I did it this way and it worked for us. Why
and
it
you
won't?
grown and you successful, so it had to work. No,
Yep.
I had no say so.
Yeah.
So of course it worked because I couldn't. Because if you go to work tomorrow and they, man, I know you've been a union clerk for 6 months. We need you to be a janitor. Either that or we got to fire you. Guess what you're gonna do?
Be a janitor.
Be a janitor. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's I just posed that
Adjustments.
question because I feel like both sides need to be coachable. I don't think that everything, and I'm only saying this because you're here, Ma. 'Cause I'm only talking to you. I don't think everything my mother did was right, or that I agree with. I don't think half of it was wrong either, though. Some of it may or may not work for my children, though, and that's just we're different.
Yeah.
One thing I will say though, man, it's funny, man, because I used to call my dad a lot. I may have called you once or twice and said, "Hey, my bad. These kids drive me crazy." I used to always say, "Boy, you my son. I raised you. I know you." I'd be like, "I don't know what that means." No, you don't. And my kids be saying something. I'd be like, "Nigga, I know you. I knew you was gonna say that answer. So the belt is already ready." Like, I already know. So yeah, it's funny that my bad. Moral of the story.
You might have been right. You might have been right.
You got it, big dog.
You got it. Nah, I just wanted to open up with that. I think it's just important that just as a parent, man, I there is no book.
No.
There is no book. I be brief with the story because I just shared it a couple times. I threw my son in the water because nigga begged me to go to the pool. He don't trust me to touch him in the pool.
Have you ever threw Brandon in the pool?
She can't
So
swim.
that's something she wouldn't do.
Okay, you see?
You got what you ain't gonna do. I'm gonna do this.
But what I did tell him and his older brother, Will, he believed today, if you drown, I'm gonna bring you back and I'm gonna kill you.
I told you not to go to the pool.
Okay.
They swim.
Choke the water out and
I
then
think
just
my
keep
daughter
choking.
will, but yeah, hey, Ronnie will tell you today, Ma, you remember you used to tell me, if I drown, you gonna kill me. I was so scared to drown.
Exactly. Saved you all this time.
More of the story.
Her way works.
Okay.
Put the fear of you in these kids, not God. Put the fear of you in these kids. I got a couple of rapid questions. I don't care who answers them, how they answer them, if everybody answer them. Just gonna shoot through them. How do you define a good or successful life? What's the definition of that? How do you define that?
I think a good or successful life is if you are really doing what you want to do, like in life. Like, I work in law. That wasn't where I was going, but that's where I ended up. And I like what I do.
Yeah.
So I think it's
You made to where you.
So I can threaten people with you? I'm gonna sue
What?
you.
No.
I'm calling her right now.
I always say, I'm gonna call my grandma. She's a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer.
They don't know that.
Oh, you on lunch break? Okay.
She on lunch break. Stay right there. 30 minutes? You ain't got 30?
30.
Okay. She ain't got 30. What you want me to do?
So just basically
So
whatever you.
Jason, whatever, yeah.
Anyone else?
Yes, no?
I think it's not honestly, it's not what you have or you know the money. It's kind of like she says, if you're okay with what you're doing or you loving what you do, and then it will come, it will come to pass or whatever you put your all into. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
My bad.
That wasn't a timer. You can keep talking.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. My bad.
I lost my train.
No,
Thought they were shooting in here.
It's not a good, but like I said, some people put, success with a dollar sign. They feel that as long as I'm making this amount of money, I'm successful.
yeah.
And it's not always about the dollar, because some people lose their souls for that almighty dollar.
I agree.
Do things that they wouldn't do, but because I'm getting paid to do this, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And they're unhappy with what they're doing.
Yeah.
But yet, it's all about the green.
As long as I'm paid, I'm
As long as
good.
I'm paid, I'm good.
We're about
I'll be
happiness at
miserable.
some point.
One of these days, I'm gonna make enough money, so then I ain't gonna be miserable. But you're gonna be miserable with money. You're gonna be miserable without.
Yeah.
You think about all the rich people that committed suicide.
Yep.
I mean, they had all this money.
Well, that's
and
because they was
still-
scheming and scamming.
Because they don't know how.
I don't believe that about Robert Williams. I still wonder.
Well,
what, I still wonder what happened.
No,
to him,
not
man.
Robin.
Yeah, I still
they
wonder
think
that.
that if I'm not making this amount of money, I'm nothing. If I'm not making it, we all fall on hard times, so we know how to survive.
Black people go to bed when we get broke, we just take a nap.
Okay. When I wake up, I got
Sleep this off. Sleep this off. Sleep this.
And somehow, I don't know why and how, We end up buying a half a pint. You broke, nigga. You going? How can you afford to have a pint? Eh? And then we go to bed.
Sleep this broke off.
Sleep
real
this
fast.
when I wake up, my bank
we
account.
lit.
I won't be as broke when I wake up.
Yeah, we going to get a
Oh,
steak.
you don't have no problems, man. Yeah.
I know I'm going to be the weird one. To me, honestly, a good and successful life, you ain't asking nobody for shit. I'm sorry. Just
I like that.
Yeah.
I can
if you,
respect that.
if you
though.
get mad, you don't have to have a job. I don't care if you ain't got a job.
I can respect that.
Long as you have a house to live in, just 4 walls. I don't care if your lights not on. I don't care if you not asking me for nothing, and you doing you. That's a good, successful life because you got to live with you.
I can respect
And
that.
if you can cope with
Whatever
not having no
situation.
money or whatever, and that's cool with you, you ain't bothering me. Good, successful life. I'm sorry. Ain't gonna work for me because I need a little cheddar.
Right.
But
So for you,
for me,
for you, what would be? Okay, so
Consider a
I'm gonna ask this
successful
question.
life.
I'm gonna ask this question. Would you want that life for one of your kids?
what life?
The life you just described. Yes.
As long as you ain't asking me for nothing, but the whole time they over there just.
Yeah. Would you want the exact way you?
want it? No, but
Right,
I've
so-
always told my children,
Okay.
and I meant it. I don't know if he remembers. I don't care what you do in life. Always be the best at it, even if you're a bum on the street, because you gotta think, where am I going to get shelter? If it's cold, how am I going to stay warm? If it's raining, how am I going to stay dry? They robbing folks over here. I need to know the neighborhoods not to go in. Whatever you do in life,
I remember that.
make sure you're the best at it. So no, that's not the life I want, but that's their life.
Is
At
that
a certain
successful,
point,
though?
Yeah. So because that's what
that
I'm
you
asking,
deem
right?
successful?
Because a lot of people dress things up in the sense of, okay, well, if that works for you, then that's good. But if like what how I look at things, where it's like, okay, I judge things not only biblically, however, once I bring it naturally, I ask myself, hey, is this something that I will encourage my child to do? And if I say no, in my mind, that's not good. Then it's not good.
That's true.
Because if I want any of my sons to do it, clearly your son shouldn't be doing it.
right? But see, they mama work. Always got a job.
Yeah.
Always keep a job.
No.
because you gotta have one if you want something out of life.
Right.
but
So that's why I was asking.
But I think that. Go ahead.
What you were saying, like the what would you define a good life or a successful
I
life?
misunderstood. I thought you
Okay.
meant in general, not for
No,
me.
for you.
Yeah,
you as
yeah.
a person.
For me, a good, successful life is, like your mother said, happy in what I'm doing. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy the money I make for what I do. Life is good. Am I always happy? No. There's a difference between good and happy, in my opinion. I don't have a happy life because it's a lot of things that I'm missing, I long for, never had, never experienced, or think I've never had. But I think that I have a good, successful life.
I love that statement though. That I think I
I
So
think
you
I
were
never had.
saying apple in the tree.
Tree. Okay, apple, tree, all these branches.
I didn't know it was hereditary. I didn't know. So like, hey, say that. Oh, that's my baby. He got a list. That's my baby. He got a list. That's my baby. Say I'll take him home, Doc.
No, I like that
Absolutely.
statement. I said this once before. This is never, always disclaimers, this is never a bashing moment, right? But I said this on record before. That I used to argue with my father about that. Stop giving me what you never had, because it was interesting you said that, or what I think I didn't have. Like, it's like, no, nigga, give me the best you got, because I don't know what you didn't have. Only you know that. And I just thought that was a interesting point and a good profound statement, though.
Yeah. So I got a question for the mothers. What is something that your parents taught you
And then what is something that you guys' children have taught you?
That's good. That's good. And let my siblings down easy. Let them know I'm their favorite. Favorite.
Well, to respect folks and to do, she always used to say, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. So do your best at whatever you put, whatever at your hand. Whatever you do your best at it. Because if you go half step, if you ain't going to do it right, then you might as well not do it.
Yeah.
Because your name is on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a caregiver, so I take care of elderly people. And I always tell them,
Comes, yeah.
I treat you like I want you to treat me.
Yeah.
I give you the best of me because that's how I am. So
We gotta adjust your mic.
Take
real
that
quick.
out and put it
It's
back
a
in.
button
Yep.
at the top.
Yep.
Yeah, push that. Pull it out. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, mama, you ain't always been this old.
Put it
Now,
back
go on
in.
and-
You know,
Go on and, yeah. Grab the thing, put it in there. Yeah. All right.
she rusty.
That's
You know how they go on and grab the thing down. Yeah. How many kids you got? Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Who we want? I'm pleased to brag.
my mother is a saint.
Yeah, okay. They used to call you. Go ahead. As you can see, this is the podcast where we take everything serious.
Okay, and nothing
serious
serious at
at
all.
all.
Nothing is serious.
But yeah, speak what you got. Yeah.
but that's how that's what my mom always instilled in us to do the best that you can or don't do it at all.
Okay.
If you go half step, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, your name is on it. You're like it's a reflection of you.
True.
Because if you half step, sweep this up under the rug, that's a reflection of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna do anything, do your best.
Yeah.
So, what is something your children has taught you?
That taught me
Yeah.
patience.
I like that.
That's true. That's true.
I like that. What about you, Mama Mia? Something your parents have taught you, and then something that your kids have taught you.
Well, I'm the outcast because my parents ain't taught me nothing. No, my daddy. Okay, my mom died when I was 9.
So even,
I won't.
not to cut you off, and I'm gonna let you finish. Even if they taught you what not to do, they still
They
taught
still
you
taught
something.
you
Right, yeah, but
So,
I'm just,
but go ahead, do your thing.
my daddy, all I hear him saying is, don't spend all your money in one place. Save some for a rainy day. And always treat people like you want to be treated. He was a stickler for that. And he was a man that lived up to that. He was a family man, and he treated people the way he wanted. He was going to demand that you treat him. He raised me and my brother the best he could. And he just basically taught us that what we have is each other. But to say, how parents hand down stuff, I don't have that. But he showed me what type. He was the perfect role model.
Yeah.
He showed me what a good man was. He showed me what a bad man was and how to know the difference.
Yeah.
He showed me how to live my life with dignity and respect and how to demand it. Have I lived up to his expectations? Probably not to the fullest, but I do my best. But my father really taught me morals. That's where I got morals.
And what has your children taught you?
To set boundaries. I've never... Well, first off, I never knew that I didn't have boundaries or I crossed boundaries. It's like really, literally a learning experience for me because I had you wing it. I mean, it's been me against the world, just truthfully. When my mom left, it's just, and it could be in my head, it could be in my heart. I don't know.
Yeah.
I truly don't know. I was mad at God. I was mad at the world. Now it's just, it is what it is.
So you said when your mom left, what do you mean?
When she passed.
When she
didn't know
left
she-
my life,
Yeah, when she
I was
was
9.
nine.
I was
Okay.
9 when my mom died. So it's like I have no memories of her, and I'm sure I should. My aunt said I blocked them out. Probably may. I know what she looked like and I know what she sounded like. So I do have memories. But my dad was my everything. All I knew was my father, and he showed me how to be the woman that I am today.
That's good. So do you feel like you was more so like in survival mode?
Kind of, sort of, and I don't think I had to be. I think I chose to be because it was kind of like, okay, my dad didn't know what to. He got 2 kids now. What he gonna do with them? So he did the best thing he could do. He took us to his mom, all the way down south. He left us there for 4 years with his mother. The best he could do. I could have took that. You took me and left me, but that was the best he could do. He just lost his wife.
Yeah.
I'm a kid. I don't know that. I just know I'm being shipped off. Then when he came back to get us, still wasn't with him because he wasn't stable. We was with his sister 2 more years. So then when he finally gets us, it's like
Y'all
he had
have
full
insert
dad mode. He cooking. He can't be a mama. He could never be a mother.
Yeah.
So all of that mother nourishment and all that, I don't even know what that looks like, feels like, tastes like, any of that. My grandmother was old. She did the best she could do. Her baby was 21 years old, so
Yeah.
she had
It
a
was
sick
already-
mother in the bed. I mean,
Yeah.
then my aunt had her own child, her own life. It's like I was somebody else's responsibility being passed off, me and my brother. So I did
You
the
did
best
what
I
you
can.
could
I'm
with
still
the
doing it. And
situation.
Hey, I'm going to put it like this. If it had not been for God and God alone, I wouldn't have made it. Too
Better
much.
preach that. You better
Yeah,
preach that.
okay, you better. Okay.
much.
What key you in?
Oh wow.
Auntie Carla.
This nigga, bro.
I just can't imagine that. You know,
Right,
having
baby.
Oh,
that
leave her alone.
nourishment, you know, motherly love and, you know, stuff like that. Anyway. So my mom taught me how to make the best out of the worst. So I remember always we had an apple tree and we would have like pancakes and bacon for dinner, you know, and we'd have like sliced apples or whatever on the side. Because that's all the food
That was
we had. And it was 6
Sound
of
like
us.
luxurious.
It was 6 of us. So she was trying to make it stretch, you know. And so I did know how, I learned how to do that. And I know my kids joke about they don't eat any of the food that I cooked for them. Liver and rice and beans and rice, you know, they don't eat all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But, so, you know, I just took with that from her and ran with it. And so I knew how to, you know, make fun, have fun. If we would, for fun, we would go look at houses. We would go to open houses.
Okay.
And they always had like
Imagine
cookies,
if it was,
cookies
yeah,
and stuff
take
like
get
that.
all the
and, you know,
snacks.
so, yeah, snacks. Or we would go chase fires.
Oh wow. I remember that.
We would. We'd get. Oh, you see that smoke? Oh, let's go see what's burning
Let's
up.
go find.
You know, we would go. And so yeah.
Watch somebody
Watch
family
somebody's family.
burn down. And we just in the car like, oh my God. So how does it feel? Niggas out there crying. What came out later? Like, 4 dead. Yeah. It was really time.
So yeah, I learned how to do that. You know, just make the best out of, you know, the worst situations. And then from my children, I learned laughter. because it was always something fun going on
You
in
had
our
19
house.
boys.
I
You
had
had nothing but.
boys.
You said 2 niggas still live on the roof right now.
Yeah. I mean, the neighbors' kids.
Five, you got five
She
boys.
she
That's
she
two ain't
raised
gonna
all the boys in the
Yeah,
family.
and somebody was always in our house, always. One of their friends was there for like 3 weeks. I was like, "It's such a going on." They talking about, "No, he moved in. His house burnt. Their house burnt up." And I was like,
You went-
You had a nice night in the set. You should have brought it.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
baby.
I know. So that's what. And so my house was the Kool-Aid house. It was the fun house, and so. They always would be like, "Why you don't never let us spend night over nobody?" Because I know what's going on in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there. I know what's happening over here. So let them all come on over here. And I used to tell my sons, I was like, "Why don't y'all clean up y'all room when they come over?" They tell my mom they don't even got a bed. They got mattress
they ain't
on the
worried
floor,
about
so
It's
we
a
don't.
castle to these.
Yeah.
we don't want to. We don't want to make them feel worse.
You're welcome.
Take it as it is.
You
So,
can go
yeah.
home and walk to it.
Or you can move that pile of clothes over, sit down, and shit up. Play the game.
And so, because we're spiritual, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he won't depart from it.
Yep.
And my children have laughter in their homes,
Yeah.
like so that's the trait that that they gave me, and that's what they have. Yeah. Craziness to a certain
I have a memory of my
So
childhood.
what have they taught you though?
They
Oh,
taught
she
me
said
that.
laughter.
Laughter.
I have a memory of my childhood. This is Christmas Eve. And I think they didn't was fighting. My brothers was fighting, which is all boys.
All boys, yeah.
Yeah, it's all boys. They
They know
always
how to
fight.
drywall because they.
Yeah.
Put holes
So-
in a lot of
I'm
walls.
gonna fix that.
Yeah. Fighting. This is Christmas
Get that
Eve.
blood off my carpet too.
I remember this scripture verbatim. Hebrews 13:1. Let brotherly love continue. My mama whooped us.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all had to recite
What
it.
is scripture?
Recite it.
Let brotherly love continue. Let brotherly love continue. Continue brotherly love. I don't know.
He had a righteous girl.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Exactly.
Was it in red or black?
But let brotherly love continue. He got whooped on Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Craziness. So, how did becoming a mother challenge you?
At 17, life as I knew it.
Shit been nasty.
You said, should've been that.
I thought I was, I was pregnant, cute, and dumb. But, yeah, it was child. But I walked across the stage pregnant. Nobody really knew until graduation day because my dress was kind of fitting. So I'm smiling like,
Just cheesing away.
just didn't know. A whole new world was opening up for me. I was accepted. Never forget it. And my cousin Shula both accepted to Wilberforce. I had a full ride.
Are you from Ohio?
And a full,
Are you from Ohio?
Well, I just applied at Wilberforce. It was a black college. And,
Yeah.
And that was the end thing. And we was close at the time. And we agreed we were going to apply together. Both got accepted. She went. I had a full ride, all right.
Yeah, full ride to the hospital.
Wait a minute. You riding the wrong thing.
That's how you got in a predicament.
Yeah.
Catching the wrong.
Fast tail little girl.
That full ride. You still got half of it.
Yeah, but it literally
Messed
changed.
around and found out.
And so, just for context, you have 3 children.
I do.
I'm the middle and the oldest, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
That's a half three.
I'm the middle. and
Mother,
the
you have 3 children. And Carla, you gave birth
Yes.
to 5.
To 5.
But you have, okay. So just for context,
That's
this is- how did becoming a mother challenge you, Bobby? I mean, y'all said stories sound real similar.
I was a young mother.
Speaking to the mic. Get closer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, so use us, you call the mic to talk. We're going to have to see a slide. So.
I mean, I was a young mother. I was 17. I think it would probably have been a little harder if I didn't have.
You got to get close.
I didn't have. Oh, if I didn't have a village, exactly. If my mom, my sisters, they kind of helped me out. Not judge me because I'm a young mother. But it changed me. I think I grew up too fast. I grew up faster than I wanted to.
I'm sure.
Because now I'm a mom.
You got it. Yeah.
Now I have this little person, depending on me. But it changed me. I want to say for the better.
Mm-hmm.
It helped me not to be selfish.
Okay.
It helped me to
Try that one.
appreciate like life, family,
Yeah.
friends, people.
Get close. There you go.
Get used to that. Crazy. Trying to act like she don't know what she doing, huh? You remember.
My mother is a
You
saint.
remember. Delta 88, summer 66. Yeah.
You know what Fred always said? She didn't have no baby. The store brought her that baby.
You okay? There's only 2 people in the stove. It's open 2 ways. Yeah, that's better.
But that
Good.
is how it changed.
Yeah.
I grew up faster than I grew up faster than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me appreciative because I didn't have to do it by myself.
Oh, well, that's good.
I had my family, I had friends, that kind of helped me out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but being a mom at a young age, it was difficult.
Yeah.
It was very difficult.
I got a question to that, but I'm gonna let you answer first because I think.
But yeah, it was difficult.
So being a young mom, it teaches you how to share. You gotta share, and it also teaches you how to love. Because now you got this person that was in your body and now it's not. I got pregnant senior year of high school. I was 18, and by the time I had him, I was 19. But so. Yeah.
Clearly.
Shoot your nose up at the We just had like standards. Like we just had standards. Like
And I'm gonna drive there. And I'm gonna let you go. I promise I'm gonna drive there.
I had my cap and gown on, and I had just this little bud. But, yeah, and then the next year they was like, "Who's pregnant?" I was like, "Yeah."
Whole time.
But so yeah, it teaches you how to love and responsibility. Now, I still lived at home, so my mom and my younger siblings, because I'm the oldest of 6, and they all helped. Everybody helped with the baby. I was a real hard sleeper, and I never heard the baby cry.
Hey.
I got a good baby.
Baby don't make no noise. Like,
I sleep through the night.
I forgot he was there.
Oh,
And they come feed this baby, and they change him and put him back in the bed. So,
And you never knew what happened.
Why everybody so upset?
Why y'all so tired?
Like, no, I was up with your baby.
So, and then, so I was able to go back to school. You know, I didn't go to the college that I wanted to go to. I went to Dorsey. And I got a.
Yeah, Dorsey.
I didn't want to say it. I was around that long time.
In the same place.
I didn't want to say it.
It's a church now. You know, we're in Roseville, but it's a church. But it's still built
Dorsey on the
same
side.
way, yeah.
Wow.
So
Shout out to Dorsey.
yeah.
Okay, been around for the
Nothing smooth under the sun.
Nothing.
So I was able to go to school, you know, go back to school and stuff like that. So I've always been in a administrative type job, you know.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to go to college. I wanted to be an occupational therapist. But after I got married and I started having more kids, and my husband then, he didn't want me to go back to school. You know, I won't even say why he did because it wasn't nice.
It was.
Respect that.
But,
We got you.
but he, you know, that was a form of control, you know. So I didn't go back to school. And that's my only regret, that I didn't go back to school to be, you know, because I like helping people. And I thought, occupational therapy, I help them, you know, get their body back right, get back, you know, to work or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But God has a plan.
Yep.
And he has sometimes we derail the plan. And so instead of going this way, we go that way.
Life all
But
about
he
choices.
still
Hey
meets
guys,
us.
But he
come
said-
on with us.
Still meets us where we're at.
Oh, we going this way? Okay.
Yeah.
Life all about choices. I think that's what that boils down to. You make a choice, but God's
Yeah.
still God. I'm gonna say this. I'm talking to you as if I'm talking to you, but you guys are just the face for mothers right now. So I'm not really. It may or may not apply. I think that's a great disconnect between the older and the younger generation. That respectfully, you guys had children at a young age. Most women now, though, frown upon these young girls having kids. When it should really just be like, listen, baby, this ain't new. I got you. Whether it was right or wrong, whatever happened, come on. How do we bridge that gap? I think that's important because, ironically, it might not even be ironic, but I believe that a lot of these things that happen in life, whether boy, girl, man, woman, whatever, can be eliminated with the help of the schooling of an older person. I believe a lot of these young mothers can be directed in the right path if one of them older women said, listen, baby, come on. I know it's hard, it's tough. I did it. Transparency wins over anything is what I believe.
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
and then I'll let y'all answer. But to give my 2 cents, I think.
Man, you see what you done started, man?
Yeah, I know, right? I got bronchitis. Officially. You get our inhaler. 2 puffs.
Space Jam, man. My power baby.
God.
Everybody
Everybody get a puff. But
She'll be back, y'all.
it happens.
Gonna laugh for about 20 minutes. Go ahead, carry on. Now she gonna laugh in.
But
She'll be back.
I think that's relational. I think that's relational. I honestly believe you cannot correct what you have not cultivated. I can't just come and tell you what to do if I haven't helped you along or been part of whatever you have going on. And then second part is, I think it speaks to what they were saying too. A lot of the younger generation, they aren't approachable.
I don't disagree. I do in a.
And it's also for that reason too. Like if I don't, I wouldn't take word from somebody older than me that I don't know. You just walking down the street and just
Yeah, I'm about to say unsolicited
cover that baby
advice.
up like nigga, shut up, before I smack
Unsolicited
you.
advice
Like,
is one thing. Coming from a loving place is another. And I think a lot of the issue is their tone. You might be coming from a good place, but your tone is so nasty that I can't receive it as a positive or constructive criticism, I look at as a judgment, a talk down, in a sense.
I don't disagree, right? I guess here's the challenge mixed with accountability, right?
Yeah.
Because our parents raised us to respect our older people and older generation.
Mm-hmm.
Respect buys you an ear.
Okay.
I respect you as an older person. That buys me a listen to what you got to say. I don't respect, whether I agree or disagree, you got my ear, because I also agree that it's how you approach me, what you say. I also agree that relationship makes me a little more prone to. So I think it's a give and take.
But then you have some. Of our seasoned saints who feel like because they're seasoned, they can just say whatever, and there's no consequence behind it. And it's like, no, that might have worked in a different time, but nowadays, and it's like, I don't have to be a disrespectful woman to still not take your disrespect in the way that you approach me or talk to me. And I'm able to voice that, like, I'm not a child.
Yeah.
Not your child.
Yeah.
And you're going to talk to me like I'm an adult.
That's that disconnect. See, our story is Miss Louise, Miss Sarah, Miss Betty, all of them beat us. On the way home to get the beating. We can't even talk to y'all.
That's serious.
You not my mama.
You said that.
I don't even know you. Don't say nothing to me.
But I think
you
that
can't
goes.
tell me
But
nothing.
I think that goes with approach too. I don't think that every situation is that the older person is being disrespectful. I think there are some real
genuine
wisdom,
mannish.
Yeah, but I also feel like we don't have a neighborhood anymore.
True. We don't.
True.
No.
So you know what I mean.
Every
a
man
lot
for
of
themselves.
a lot of younger kids, they either stay in an apartment or something like that. So there is
Mama
no
working a 12-hour
neighbor.
shift, bro.
There is no neighbor
That's
to
helping
be
them.
even in
and
the
the older people
neighborhood.
scared they're gonna get killed sitting out on the porch.
Yeah. So
That's a
I
real
think
thing.
that. You know what I mean? To just, I guess
And
go
it's
back a step, where it's like, okay, before we get there, we actually
Time.
felt
But
it.
it's
And
even,
it's about
but even
change.
for us
Yeah.
though, like
And what change come people?
even in our generation, speaking to the younger generation,
No, baby, your generation.
we were all
we different.
We in a different generation.
Yeah,
baby. We in a different bracket.
You actually not too.
Anyway, first of
It go
it's a gap.
it go tree.
It's a good gap.
Apple.
like tree branch. We apples. You like a
And apple branch.
yeah. You got your own apple.
We'll go roots.
Roots tree.
But you know,
Just because y'all a little sawdust. That's,
saying that too, but now the generation is don't touch my child.
yeah, that's yeah.
Because I was like that with my children, because some people don't like
Go too far.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And
they
now
go
they
too far.
want to just whip on your kids. No, you not. If you got a problem with my child, you come
Come to
tell
me.
me.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, but that's even like with school though. Back in the day, the teachers were able to hit the students, and it was like that was the common practice.
Nah,
Yeah.
Nowadays,
I wish a nigga would.
I'm just saying now it's like you better not lay a single hand. But that's how when they grew up, it was like
With time
the
come change. though.
teachers,
I think,
you know?
and when I say time come change, with time comes a necessity. Like
Yeah.
certain things aren't necessary.
You
Some
learn
things
more.
are.
you reach
Yeah.
people differently
I-
than
You learn that everybody intention is not good
Yeah.
for your child.
However, I don't watch children I can't correct, and I ain't talking about discipline. If
Yeah.
I can't correct your
If I
child,
can't say nothing.
they can't come over here, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
I
I
sent
don't-
my grandson home.
Yeah.
He came to church, clowned on my daughter. She tried to discipline him. His mother was like, "Oh, we don't discipline him. Oh, you need to take him back to Bay City.
Yeah, we don't-
because
we
we
don't-
disciplining up in
we
here.
don't do that.
If I can't correct him, he can't be here.
Yep.
because he can't. He don't
Now,
have free reign.
so here is the, I don't know that situation. I'm not interested, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the caveat to that, though. I'm only saying things that I've said publicly before. Kind of like my stepfather, that's my guy. I'm speaking for him, but I think in his generation of growing up, a boy was to be a boy and not cry. Hey man, I don't parent my son like that. That nigga fell off a bike, nigga, where it hurt?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no get up, you a boy. Nah, nigga, it might be broke.
Yeah.
However, where it hurt, how you feel? Hey man, I'm assuming that ain't that bad. I had one before. It walked that off. Saying that to say that I think it's a give and take. Because there is a level of, hey, man, I know you mama, but that don't exist in my house. We don't do that
Right.
here. So you have to respect how I parent my kids, and I have to respect that some of those things may work. Because I can't parent my kids in my mama's house. When they go to my mama's house, that's their kids. I'll be like,
Okay.
well, what
And if you
grandma
don't
say?
like the way parenting is going on here, you keep them
I
at home.
Everything I can't do at home.
However, I'm 34 and I haven't sat in my mama's living room until I was 40. The math ain't math. They got a TV in the living room. Ain't no plastic.
Still
they can eat in the living room.
You don't even want to use the front door.
It be Play-Doh. I'd be like, oh, what? I didn't know. I thought we had 3 bedrooms in the kitchen. That was it.
He talking to his kids like slaves. Like you best to be getting out that living room.
I was gonna eat in the dining room. You know what I'm saying?
You better not let massa get you.
Yeah, I guess my point, I think it's a give and take. Because there are some things that, you know what I'm saying, my point of bringing my stepfather in, it was, hey, man, that don't work with me. I want to acknowledge where he hurts and what's going on. So, I want you to follow a line with my parenting. However, it may be something I learned from you and be like, hey, well, nigga, what'd he say?
Yeah.
Don't
So
come
you
to
gotta
me.
ask them 2 vital questions. Are you bleeding? No. Are you dying? No. No, you're fine.
Yeah. I think to give grace to the older generation too, and like I said before, I think a lot of them, they didn't have the time or the space to
Coddle.
nurse their wounds.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Like I gotta do this hurt. I gotta do this sick. I have to go to work. You know what I mean? I have to do.
So it creates an expectation for you. Like, you better, I did it, so you should be able to do it.
Yeah, not even that. It's more so of I don't even have the bandwidth
It's
or the
subconsciously
capacity
done.
to know. Yeah. And I don't have bandwidth
Pulling them out today.
or capacity. I don't have the know-how, the knowledge,
All the words.
understanding,
Ability.
the ability,
You know.
the strength. But I don't even like this world you speak of where you have time to
Ask questions like
figure out what's wrong with you. Like it doesn't exist.
Calling my name, you alive? Get on out of here. Go.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So
Like
as a
it was,
mom, right?
It just wasn't a lot of time. I believe.
And to that, right? I can respect that, right? As a
Not saying that
parent.
is right or wrong. I'm
But-
just
so-
again giving grace and I believe giving context to
because of where-
their mindset.
And I respect that. I guess my challenge in a healthy way as the child and a now parent.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all believe that you're coachable? Okay, hey man, I see this ain't what they do. Let me learn from my kid in regard to how to raise my grandkids. Because I think that grandparenting is I would assume it's a second chance to parent. Do you guys think y'all coachable?
Yeah.
I mean, I do it
Speaking
with,
to them, come lean forward.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
I do it, like, I have 6 grandchildren.
Damn.
Okay.
They already getting it in.
You have
Yes, 6. I have 6 grandchildren. 4 boys and 2 girls. Okay.
She checking you on the side. I just want you to know. Okay.
no. I had to.
And, you know, I do sometimes have to be like, okay, this is not my kid. You know what I'm saying? I kind of have to
Back
remind
off.
myself to back off because we want to be like, no, that's not the way you're supposed to do that. You know, 'cause I still have rules, but my rules are my rules.
Oh, they jump
But-
on your couch. Y'all got to go in the basement over here, baby.
That part. That part. We
Call your mama,
not.
baby. Call your mama.
I still enforce my rules, but yet I still let my son and my daughter parent their child. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I have to be like, bite my tongue because it's like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That would have
never let that fly with y'all.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? And I always tell my grandson, y'all y'all gonna see they mama, you know, because grandma gives them a little more leeway than they would your own children. And when I told my grandson, I said, you gonna see the real grandma. You gonna see your nana. You gonna see your mama's mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gonna come out. You keep on acting like that, because he's got a little sassy. I told him, I said, you ain't gonna be hyped till I
Don't say sassy.
A little.
He talked back.
He a little, lippy.
Mannish.
No, he lippy. He
mannish.
slide. He got a sly tongue.
Pause. Wait a minute. He's mannish.
No, not mannish.
Had a baby at 17.
Mannish
That's
is
it.
towards women.
It ain't out of her.
He has a slick tongue.
See how that back in the day terms and now terms.
I'm teasing.
You know?
I understand.
Like, you know, my kid would have talked me like that.
She would snatch our
I'd've
lips
snatched
off.
him up.
Now to these kids' defense. I'm talking to y'all too, but I'm talking to everybody. Y'all soft. Y'all grandparents
I am.
soft.
I am.
Yeah,
Oh, they broke such and such. Oh, it's okay.
We can buy a new couch.
Look, my granddaughter burnt up my she was popping popcorn and she put the cover on it. She didn't know. So it
I was
burnt
there
it.
that day, too.
Brandon said, your grandma finna cut you out. And she came and said, Grandma, she scared, crying. What's wrong with you? I didn't know. I said, how that happen? She said, I didn't know I was cooking the popcorn. I said, okay, it's another. So she was like, oh, Uncle B had me thinking you was gonna be bad. Tiki said, cause that's the mama we know.
I started the car. We going to children. You are not
Already
right
know
now.
it's about to happen.
I said, you said come in the house. What do you mean you turn the car off?
Everything
still alive? Yeah, grandparents are soft,
We
man.
do. I mean, we are more lenient now than we used to be. Like when we were great, you know.
Keep the kids, give me the grandkids.
Oh, we ain't got time.
That arm don't go back that far no more.
Just right here.
Carpal tunnel that set in that shoulder. If I was 20 years
Yeah,
younger.
shoes ain't going that far.
Look at the wrist.
But what hurt the most? Go home.
I'm taking you home. I gotta go home.
And then too, like I would like kind of scare my grandkids when they was little. I get a belt and I
Pop it.
slap and I'd be like,
I'm gonna get you. That's all it took.
Grandma, what you doing? Let me do it.
And you know what's funny about that? My daughter said yesterday, I don't know, she got a whole room, just in the context of softness. I'm soft too. She got her own room. And she like to eat in my room. I said, you guys sit on the floor because you like eating my bed and it be messing up. I said, sit on the floor. She said, yeah, because if I spill something, you going to whoop me. I said, you don't even know what a whooping looks like. Shut your mouth. You already telling me, hush, don't say it no more. If you say that again, I'm going to whoop you. You don't know what a belt look like. What are you talking about, man? No, I think that's dope, though. I do agree. Parenting is... I apologize. My bad.
and I feel like when they come visit grandma, it should be pleasurable.
Yes.
You're gonna get a whooping when you get home, but when you at grandma's house, you ain't got to get no
I
whooping.
think my nephews will say that it would be different when they come to granddad's house, because when they come to grandpa's house, baby, it's the military over there. They don't want to go to grand. We gotta go where?
Yosemite Sam.
Hey, chill on my daddy now.
What's crazy is my kids say that about you as the auntie. Like,
I'm just
Shay don't
saying.
play, nigga. Like,
Now I'm gonna let you have fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have fun. But then when I
Auntie
hear
Shay
you,
don't play.
when I hear you, like, cause that whole what in there, when your parent call you, what? Who you talking to? You better yes. Or they be like, yeah, yes.
I'm not gonna lie. As a parent, man, it's twofold. It's refreshing sometimes to sit back and be like, "You heard what they said," but sometimes it's like, "You right. I wouldn't have did that, but I'm gonna let you win today, sis." Or mama, or I just be like, she's a little aggressive, but I guess you're right though.
But
So
they
it
still
be-
love me.
That's why I say it's not even just as an auntie. Like I watch my mom, I watch my dad, I watch my stepfather. Like I watch people correct my kids, and I be like, "Hey, right." But dang, bro, relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
That ain't how I do that.
Yeah. I also think that speaking as the child, it makes you appreciate your parents, man, particularly your mama.
Absolutely.
You just learn a lot, and you realize that parenting is it's a hand of spades, man.
It's not for the weak.
Sometimes you get a hand where you got to make it do what it do. Sometimes you're able to make it do what it do. Sometimes you need a partner. Sometimes you ain't got a partner. Sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? But it's a rewarding job. So definitely appreciate y'all, man.
And I told my children, I said, I did the best I could. Because you learn how to add, you got math class, you got a reading class, They didn't give us a parenting class. We can't go on page 6 and say, how do you handle this situation?
What a good mother. What a bad mother. People love the crackhead mamas. I'm just being honest.
And they do.
Your mama is your mama, and it's the one you got. Brandy used to say, I don't, all the time. Mom, you cook the best out of it. No, you got the best food in the world. Ain't nobody food but mine. That's all you say, Mom. You cook the best food.
But it was the best.
And I'll be like, I want to eat my food, baby. But Brandy was a sweet, funny child. And booty, that's his trigger word. He said booty.
I know the story is booty said trigger word. It's more of a blessing now, though. You know what I'm saying? Train up a child in the way
Never looked at it like that.
Won't depart from me. I thank God. Man. You know what I'm saying? So you said something that made me want to pose a question. I'm just asking. I don't have to get a disclaimer or. Do you think you are a good mother? Based off, I guess I will give context. Based off what you gave, what you learned, the intentionality behind what you gave and what you learned, do you think that you are, not compared to anything, do you think that you're a good mother?
I do.
You better say that.
I think I'm a great mother.
Yeah.
I think my kids were different. But I think I'm a great mother. I do.
I don't. I can only speak for me. I'm the oldest in the middle, but I'm the oldest.
How are you?
Because
he's crazy.
Everything got to run through me.
You know, it said that middle child syndrome.
he definitely got the middle child
Got
syndrome.
to run through me.
Always talking about that middle.
I'm the middle. I'm a middle on one side.
He the middle.
I'm the middle, but on my dad's
Dad's
side,
side,
the
he the
oldest.
oldest.
Okay.
But on my mama's
But
side,
his
I'm still the
mama's
oldest.
But, right,
I'm the middle.
but
No, I actually think you're a dope mom. I don't think I value you. When I say value, right, I mean understood until I had children. Because I think that we all think that while we being raised, I'm making a bomb. I don't know how to make it, but I'm doing something else.
I don't know. Did I ever
You know what I'm
say I
saying?
was
But
running away?
Baby, he gonna come and see my house
you know what I'm
burn
saying?
tonight.
And Carla gonna watch it.
He gonna go watch this whole
I
burn.
don't remember
I'm sure
having
she been a
those.
lot of nights.
I'm pretty sure I've had moments where it was just like, oh my gosh, like, but I don't think I've ever had a moment like, I am out of here. I'm leaving. Like,
I ran away 33 times.
I used to run
Probably
from
one time for real.
I used to run from whoopings, but I've never like wanted to run away from home. Like home was always still home. But
Brandon would run away and get put on punishment where he went.
That's why I said
And his best friend
My
would get him
next door
run away
neighbor would
and
save
get put on
me.
You on punishment. Lisa be like, he on punishment. Oh,
Yeah.
heard. You still on
Yeah, I-
punishment.
I-
now
I-
that
used
was
to
now
run-
my
I
mom was
was-
definitely good for that.
So you will run away to somebody's house. They will put you on punishment. You will
No,
go
because
home.
No, he would stay.
Oh, you was on punishment at
You was
home.
on punishment.
And then he
Because
left and said, "Yeah."
Carla except brothers. So the mamas in school.
Yep.
too. Hey.
They ain't
He
supposed to
on
be
here.
doing.
Oh,
No,
he on punishment.
I used to be on.
Yeah,
I used
no,
to be
we-
on.
we
I used to be on the
definitely-
chores list. I had chores on. Like when I go over there, be like, "We gotta go outside." They'd be like, "No, y'all on punishment." I'd be like, "Nigga, what we do? Like, why you ain't tell me that?" But no, I do think that you. I think you're a great mom. I think you're a good mom. I appreciate you. But again, I don't think I placed value until I had children, and that just was like, damn, like, OG couldn't have been that bad. OG couldn't have been that bad, man. But
I say I got the dopest mama ever.
yeah, and I also just think that I learned a lot too. I took some stuff and took it to my kids. Was like, oh yeah, that ain't. My mama used to fuss at us, and whatever came up came out. And I tried that with my kids. It's like these kids are sensitive. You can't talk to kids like that. That don't work here. But you know, I appreciate you. I sure enough appreciate you. I don't know if I ever said that to you, but on national YouTube, I appreciate you.
National YouTube.
National YouTube.
National. Not international.
It's both.
I definitely had like a terrible teens little time.
Oh, I could only imagine.
Yeah. I think I was probably the worst. I think I was probably the worst.
Yes, Bishop.
Yeah.
Dennis.
Yeah.
That's what he's Dennis.
Yeah, I think I was
That
definitely.
was Baby D for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely put her through the ringer. But I think even in that time, I still definitely appreciated her. I guess I just didn't know how to show it, type of thing, or even how to like accept her parenting in a sense too. But one thing I always credit to her, as a single mother, raising 1,000 kids, having her own 5, like seeing that I was hurting and did the right thing, right? Where it was like I don't know no other of our family that's went through counseling. Like even my brothers or cousins or anything like that. Like, so for her.
At one point, you and Carlos both. Remember
We was
all
going.
three of us
Yeah.
was seeing a
Yeah,
counselor.
that's true.
That's dope.
I think they were just doing it just to support me.
I'm crazy too.
Hey, so
They put us in a different room. They was in the back playing the game or something.
they ain't really talking to nobody.
No, they counseling too. Same thing.
49
It was 2 doors. Their door went right back outside. But yeah, like being able to foresee that, and then also put Jesus in it. We're gonna pray before you go to counseling, and then we're gonna pray afterwards, and then we'll talk about what happened. And you know what I mean? Like I really, really appreciate that. Like it really molded me into who I am. I credit who I am now to not no specific order. My mama, counseling, Christ, and Kayla. Like
showed the order.
100%.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you.
So why we giving flowers? I hated them dragon shirts.
Nah, yeah.
When he was
that's bad.
chunky.
That is bad parenting.
From the second floor, from the second floor of Shopping World.
Them shirts Elder Ward used to wear.
I ain't really care for
They
them
was
shirts.
With the fire all
Chinese.
on
They
them?
was like they had dragons going all across.
And she wanted to know why I learned how to fight.
Fire.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Probably.
I guess that was a good thing of having brothers. It was
gotta
like,
learn how to
you
catch.
have to wear this.
You gotta learn how to roast or fight.
That's the
It's not
difference
both.
because even now I trust my mama to go shopping for me.
Dragon shirt with a list?
I can trust
Boy.
And I'm short.
I can trust my mama to this day.
I remember I
to go
decorated
shopping.
Brandon's room.
Like a lizard.
Came over and roasted Brandon. I had this little red rose on the wall. It was just a red rose. He wanted the room to be black.
It was a boy.
So I was trying to put some life in the room. It was just one
Wow.
red rose.
She tried to translate.
All right,
She said, I'm going to get another daughter. I'm going to get another daughter.
Again, not going.
Man,
So,
them
hey,
dragon shirts, bro. I hate it. I got pictures. I was like,
What was the rose for?
she said she had to breathe some life.
The girl's going to like this.
I never understood.
Action figure.
I never understood why I showed the rose.
Yeah, you know.
But I eventually took it down when they roasted it.
Oh, yeah.
She said, "I got your back, son. Don't
You
worry."
know, he had some football boys. 3 boys in football.
Now he got men. He got men in rows.
her reason was they had the Rose Bowl.
I was just trying to make the rose late.
Rose Bowl. What is Rose Bowl? I
Y'all wrong.
don't know. No, you the problem.
Rose and the Dragons. My bad.
I hate flowers to this day.
Oh man. But yeah, I got one of the dopest mothers. I do. I am the youngest of 3.
You the baby?
I'm the baby.
Yeah. I'm the oldest.
I'm the baby. But we were all treated equally. Some may say something different, but all of us were spoiled, literally. We were literally all spoiled in our house. We did not, if we ever struggled, we never knew.
Right.
We all went with, we were always taught to share and everything else. Like, my upbringing was amazing. And I think that's why, just, living life, I'm able to be the woman that I am. Because of my upbringing, I was in a 2-family home. I mean, a 2-parent home, I should say. So I did get both. We did. We definitely. And we lived in 2-family flats. Upstairs, downstairs, beside. Side by side, whichever way you want to. I don't think, honestly, me growing up, I don't think we ever lived in a standalone home. We've always been attached to someone. My entire elementary, middle school upbringing. Even when I went to high school, we were still attached to another home until my dad bought his first house. So I've always been. So our neighbors we've always been close. They've always been my safe havens. All of my neighbors. I got saved by all of my neighbors, no matter what. But yeah, I love my childhood. I have wonderful memories. My adulthood. I'm the only one that doesn't have children. So, of course, I still get Christmas and birthdays because it's just me.
I respect that.
Everybody else has to spread out there.
My list has for sure gotten short. It used to be, my mom used to be like, every year, be like, give me 3 things you want. She'd be saying that in January, December. Now I'd be like, what you want, boy? I'd be like, you want 3 things? What do you want?
Say it now.
Hey man, so for the sake of time, I know we kind of bounced around, but we kind of I want to quick stories. You know what I mean? If you all can share just a lovable story about this particular child that you see. But I'll also, the same for us though. I'll say this too. One thing I appreciate that I didn't know I appreciated. I don't know if you remember this, Mom. But my mama told me. She said, I ain't gonna tell you not to do it because you're gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you, buy your own weed, pour your own cup, come back to it, roll your own. So I was like in 6th grade. I'm like, nigga, what does this mean? But it speaks to the volumes that parenting doesn't come with a book. And one thing my mom has always been however I think a nigga's gonna come out, and I can appreciate that though. That it just also taught me too, like, you want to smoke? Yeah, no, I do, but I'm gonna go get my own, brother. So it was just like, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't tell my kids that, but there are certain things I'll be like, hey, nigga, I'm just gonna go and tell you nah, because you're going to experience it. So I appreciate that. So that's my story.
We have so many, but
One short story.
I know.
Funeral, 2 minutes, 1 minute.
I don't know, it's so, because we've always all been together, so it's just like I don't know, it's just so many. But now my mom used to teach us how to drive super young. She used to have a Tempo. It was a Tempo GL. And that's when all the seats was just one whole, the front seat was one
Like
whole
the old
seat,
Lincolns.
the back seat.
Like the
And so we
Lincoln.
literally were
I was born in the 90s, but this your story.
My stepfather had one. I think it was a Lincoln, wasn't it?
Yeah.
laughed to this little water on it. But yes,
Ah, okay.
she used to let us drive when we were younger.
Oh, that's what's up.
We used to drive.
A memory that I have is my mama said this when we first started, and she was saying that something that her mom taught her was how to make the best of a situation. I think your car got stole or repoed. I
We're
didn't know
gonna
at
go
the
with
time.
stove.
It was we definitely was told. But making the best out of the situation. we end up going on what she called was an adventure.
To get it back.
Nope.
No.
Nope. So instead of saying, "Hey, we going grocery shopping," we don't have a
It's a
car.
scavenger.
My car got repossessed. We're gonna go on the adventure. So at the time, we were staying in the projects, Parkside Projects. You had to cross 94 freeway.
They was playing curveball with
We had to cross 94 to get to the grocery store. So like crossing this big bridge, like being young, like I just remember like
It was so fun.
like, oh my God, like we really on the adventure. And we went to the grocery store and like walked back, and it was like an adventure. So like now knowing nigga was struggling.
Yup.
Like they done took my car, y'all niggas still gonna be hungry.
Okay, so we
like
gotta
we're
do
gonna
that.
make
That
the
sound like
best
your
of
story.
the situation.
with your kids walking to school. That's dope, actually.
Yeah,
That's actually
exactly.
really
That's
dope.
exactly where I got that from.
It's actually dope.
So when we did that, so y'all probably don't know about this, but y'all know about jitneys.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay,
They used to
you
be
know about
Jitney
jitneys. Okay, you know about
on
jitneys.
Warren Connor all the time. Still one
so
man.
when we got to the grocery store, the jitney had left.
Oh.
So I was planning on just walking up there and then getting the jitney and coming back, but he left. So I was like, oh, man, we gotta walk back.
With these groceries.
Yeah, with these groceries.
Oh, I still got
And so
these
yeah, and
eggs.
so I put them on like backpacks
Yeah,
on their back and stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah, we
And then while we were on the bridge, some of us were facing this way and some of us were facing this way, and we was playing a game, who can get the most people to wave at you on the freeway. And so we was like, oh, I got one, you know, whatever. And so, and then I bought like pops and stuff like that, and we stopped and rested.
just a
You
little,
know, just a
yeah.
little bit, you know, until we got
really
home.
dope.
Yeah, but I got another car.
Okay.
I worked at the car dealership.
We went down long.
Yeah, I went down long.
That sound
Probably,
like-
maybe like 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
actually dope. That sounds like Shrek. I'm looking down.
Oh.
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do.
One of my favorite memories is Miss Piggy. She doesn't eat lettuce.
Oh, I know.
Corn. She, don't want peas. And literally, I used to have to make her when we had like mixed vegetables. I used to have to make her own special vegetable because she wouldn't eat them. I used to always fuss with her dad.
Get closer.
Oh, he was like, "Why you gotta keep on like you know able to make her something special?" And I said, "You want her to eat vegetables? You gotta give her what she likes. Because if not, she's not gonna eat it."
Do I still have to eat my peas?
That's hot.
Peas, green beans, but when it came down to corn, she would sit there and cry like I just whooped the world out of her.
Lord have mercy.
Every time I put I was like, what is wrong? I'm so sick. I'm not gonna eat them. So I used to always make her own, special vegetables.
Been a brat for a long time, kid.
All of
It's
my
not a
kids
brat.
are
It's just
brats.
I like what I like, and I like what I don't like. I don't like.
You still don't like corn?
No, ma'am. To this day,
Don't eat.
That's like my favorite vegetable.
that's my sister. She would
is.
crack open a can and just
what?
go to corn. Like it's just a delicate. The other day, her, my brother, and I were on video, and we like she chomping away, and we like, what are you eating? She said rice and corn, like mixed together as if it was one whole.
That's good. That's some
I
good
just
eating.
made black beans and corn as a lunch for lunch.
Yeah, y'all,
Yeah,
y'all are
That's some good
sick.
eating. That's some real good eating.
Yes, that is.
What about you, Mom? Besides the booty story,
Well, actually, my most memorable moment of Brandon is
you need to text me first. I'm gonna make sure.
when the light went off. The light bulb went off. Brandon was bad. Brandon was that kid that went to every Detroit public school.
2 a year.
And it's like, I got to the point where like, look, no, nigga, you get on the bus, you walk, I don't care. That luxury of me dropping you off, that's over.
My woman was that ever a luxury?
It is.
When was it a luxury for me? It needs to, she drive by like, you better get to school. Well, take me then. How you gonna rush me? You ride by.
He never walked to school, never done because I wasn't letting my daughter do that. But this one here, but he butted heads a lot with my now husband. It was a constant war battle thing. But one day, his adult life, he came and he was like, "Ma, I just want to apologize to you because
21.
I was kind of interfering with your life. I might not say the right words, but he was like, that was your life.
Yep, 21.
And I was, you know, holding you accountable for things that you shouldn't, and holding against this man, and I apologize. I forgot the exact words, but I'll never forget the moment. It was like, wow, God, you really do love me. And it's like everything that I pray about here. I go with God. I'm sorry, y'all, but everything I pray about.
We talk about the Lord on this channel here.
I know Jesus.
Okay.
God answers all of my prayers. I have that patient thing you said. What is that? A perfume? I don't have that. So it's like.
I got it. Oh my, this is stank. Never wear this again.
I smell like I wait for you.
But yeah, no, but for real though, that was it. That did me, and that was my mush moment. That was my most memorable moment with Brandon when he just it was a long awaited for a moment because I just needed that peace. So that's it for me.
That's dope. For me, mission accomplished.
Absolutely.
I privately share with D. Like I'm a little nervous because I kind of want to pry at my mom about things that we didn't kind of. And I've learned a little more that I've probably never learned. We love y'all.
Absolutely.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank y'all
for everything.
So I'm gonna give y'all one
Always.
job. We gonna practice, and I want y'all to follow. This is how we end the show, and this is how I want y'all to end the show today. So we're gonna do it first. I'll say the pause, the meat of the content.
Wow.
And then I'll let you guys finish.
Just went right in there.
So I'm gonna say everything we say, and then I'm gonna let y'all do it. So I normally say something like this, like, I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. I'm Voice 1.
Hey, you're on Voice 2.
And I'm Voice 3.
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna say, hey man, we appreciate y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Then you'll say I'm Voice 1.
I'm
Nope, you'll say I'm Voice 1.
Oh,
God damn it.
He gave you the instruction.
I did not understand the assignment.
Let me move my hair.
Oh, I thought I was saying
I'm
my
Mia.
own
Wait,
part.
no, I'm not Mia. I'm Grandma. Wait, say it again.
Grandma.
Feed me my line.
So now I'm going to say, I appreciate y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Then you'll say, I'm Voice 1. I'm Voice 2.
2.
I'm Voice 3. That's how that goes. That makes sense?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So this is the real deal. You guys are ready? Hey man, love on your mom. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week.
I'm Voice 1.
I'm Voice 2.
And I'm Voice 3.
Hey.
Take 17.
Every time it comes.